Hello, beautiful people. It's Cinderella. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video, and this is about Vivica Fox and her BBL. We're gonna check this together. This is from the channel Miss T, and the title reads 50 Cent clowns Vivica Fox after Botched BBL. Okay, okay. We're gonna check this together, and I will love your thoughts and your contribution at the end of the video. Let's dive right in.
Calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh, hot calling the kettle black.
Whoa, that was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Hot calling the kettle black. So I mean, but I mean, you're not insinuating that
he's gay?
50 Cent is.
Oh my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is
Wait,
over.
Vivica A. Fox. What are you insinuating?
Well, I mean, he gave you.
No, he's not. I mean, we had a great time. I mean, but he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear.
Y'all, 50 Cent is determined to never let go of whatever beef that he has with ex Vivica Fox, because this man just came for her, mocking her for getting a little BBL at almost 60. Vivica and her new body has been a trending topic on social media for the past couple of days, and whenever Vivica is trending, y'all know that you can find 50 Cent there, and this time, he did not disappoint. Now, at first, he made us think that he liked what he was looking at, and people even started talking about how he could be interested in spinning the block with Vivica, but the next thing we knew, he started coming at her hard, claiming that her body was botched from the surgery and that she was not going to find another man. But y'all know that Vivica is not the one you want to play with, and 50 Cent just learned this again, because not only did she clap back, but she also made some pretty bold claims about how 50 Cent is on the DL and wouldn't recognize a real woman if it hit him in the face. Y'all better sit down for this one, because these two old lovebirds are back at it again, and they aren't messy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Vivica's decision to get her body done caught a lot of people by surprise. Now, I know that it's her body and she has the right to do whatever she wants because she's a grown woman, but she has always been fine and her body has always been tea. So I think that's what made it even more unexpected. But to be fair, there have been people talking about her body these past couple of years, which makes no sense. There have been a couple of comments about how she looks different from her heyday, talking about how she doesn't look the same as when she did in earlier movies, especially Kill Bill, which was released way back in 2023, y'all, over 20 years ago. So comments like this just don't make sense, because a woman's body is always changing. She did Kill Bill when she was in her mid-30s, and now she's almost 61, so of course her body don't look the same. But like I said, her body is still some kind of tea, and she looked good for her age. But to imagine how shocked we were when she launched her newly done body a couple of weeks ago at a meet and greet in Houston to promote her hair brand.
And I'm back on my grind. A psychic in my lifeline told me in my lifetime money will help light up the Chicago skyline, and that's why I'm.
Let me just say this, right? We get it as a body, and anybody can decide they want to do whatever they want to do with their body, right? But for me, when I hear things like this, especially with celebrities, there are so many things that runs through my mind. One, she can do it fine, but one, in my mind, I think they just want to make this look good and be like, well, regular people should also get it done because celebrities are doing it. So they flaunt it to regular people's faces and be like, yeah, they did it. It's so cool. So you go get your body fixed. And regular people see these celebrities as role models, and just because a particular celebrity have gone to do their body, so regular people to want to do it. That's why you see the influx of BBL. But my point here is Vivica, she has a very good body physique, and if we're being honest, she don't need to get a body work done. That is just the truth. And I always say this, and I advise people or friends who are close to me who keep talking about or who want to talk about they wanting to do BBL. You look good. God is not confused that He made you that way. So the fact that you think that you want to go under the knife to do your body shape to look good, or you think that is gonna make you look good, seriously, like, think about it. Why do you think that BBL is now on the rise? Why do you think that? Who are the people pushing it to our faces? Who are the people doing it lots more and making it so common? Think about it. But of course, lots of regular people be like, well, they're gonna do it anyways. Yeah, they're gonna do it anyways. But also remember that vanity upon vanity. All is vanity. And no, I'm not preaching. But seriously, you don't need to go spend thousands of dollars to get your body work done or body done. It's completely unnecessary. And you know what's even most annoying is the fact that some people go do their body and come lie about it, or lie to tell you that they had to work out, or they've been following meal prep, meal regime, or whatever weight loss journey and all that BS. I don't know. I don't know. But really, she really don't have to do this. But again, it is a body. But another thing is, regular people should also realize that you don't have to get your body done just because a celebrity is doing it, or just because your favorite celebrity have gone to do their body. So because it looks good on them, then you also should jump on the bandwagon to go under the knife just because you want to look good. Funny enough is lots of them keep telling or keep saying that, oh, they're doing it for themselves, but if we're being honest, you're doing it for Adam, because that body that you're going to do, the body BBL that you're going to do, you potentially are not the one going to see it. If you want to see it, you're going to need a mirror. So that's a real question. You're going to need a mirror to look at your behind, because it is Adam that will be looking at the behind. Let's continue.
7 o'clock, that's prime time. Having a watch guy calling from the hotlines. Why you keep giving me hotlines? I'm a star, how could I not shine? How many ladies in the house? How many ladies in the house without a spouse? Something in your blouse got me feeling so housed. What you about? On that indicator shit. Traded all for a husband and some kids. You ever wonder what it all really means? You wonder if you ever find.
As you can expect, this sent the internet into a spin because you typically don't see women in their 60s getting BBLs or cosmetic surgeries like that, for that matter. I mean, sure, it happens every now and then, do a little nip and tuck, a little facelift, but most people you see getting BBLs are definitely in their 20s or 30s. But of course, fans had a whole lot to say, leaving comments like, I'm all for people doing whatever they want with the body they have, but sis gotta chill. She already looked good enough for her age. She don't need no more surgery. It's so dangerous. Our elders do not know how to elder. Perpetually 35? Embarrassing. And risky situation for a 60-year-old, don't you think? And to nobody's surprise, it didn't take long for 50 Cent to hop into the chat, commenting, wait, let me see. At first, people thought that he was being shady with that comment, but he followed up with, who said I was spinning the block, man? I ain't gonna lie, that booty was good though, I think. So it seemed like he was trying to be cute with her, or maybe a little flirty, and fans were starting to wonder if this meant that he was still having some residual feelings for Vivica and would be willing to give their relationship another shot. But the next thing we knew, he started acting like a typical 50 Cent that we all know and hate as he began to troll Vivica unprovoked. He started by posting the video of her body where she looked different, and her body didn't look the way it looked on Instagram. It was like he was deliberately trying to set her up to get dragged, because he added a picture of her Instagram at the end of the video and it looked obviously photoshopped.
What? Is this real?
Ow! Ow! She's
The sound before we get a copyright. But yeah, it's just what I want to see. Yeah, it is a body. She got to do what she got to do, right? But for 50, her ex taking this on the internet and making it or trolling or whatever, that is childish. And some people just need to grow up. We just have to be honest. Some people really need to grow up, because listen, if I'm not in a good terms with, or in good terms with somebody, and maybe they've done their body, or they've done something, if I get to find out a year about it, rather than posting it on the social media, listen, it is common sense. Common sense will tell you to maybe hit up the person and talk about it, to understand or to hear from the person, rather than you trolling the person on internet. I just think that there are some things that shouldn't be brought on the internet, and some people just need to grow up. And like, we're gonna say it again, the internet is not your friend, and this is a grown adult. Behave it like a child. It don't make any sense. But again, this, it would even make sense to hit up Vivica. Let's say you both of you are not in a good time or in a good time. Hit her up and be like, wait, what? And maybe the both of you can talk about it. But rather than on social media, like giving like your 15-year-old. Come on, it's insane.
I'm not gonna lie, Vivica looked very different in the video than she did in the pictures that she posted on social media. But then, pretty much every celebrity in their world edits their pictures on social media. From filters to Photoshop, social media is not real. And so 50 Cent knew what he was doing when he posted that picture, because he wanted people to talk about her and not in a good way. Well, Vivica is not the one you want to play with. And according to an insider, she isn't so surprised that 50 is resorting to petty attacks, because he has always been like that. She finds his comments very vindictive for no reason at all, and has been threatening to cause him a whole lot of trouble if he doesn't back off. And girl, knowing Vivica, I wouldn't be surprised if she makes good on her threat to cause drama, because these two are as chaotic as they come. I mean, they have been broken up for more than 20 years now, but they still somehow manage to find time to throw shade and jabs at each other. If there was one person who knows how to keep that energy with 50, it's Vivica. And these two have gone through a roller coaster of loving each other, then hating and loving and everything in between, from the first time they met at the BET Awards in 2003, when 50 was swept up by her stunning beauty.
You know, I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress too.
Well, fast forward to 2003, MTV Video Music Awards, and they walked the red carpet hand in hand, letting the world know exactly what was up. No more whispers, no more side-eye speculation. These two were officially a thing. Now, let's get into their superstar era. 50 Cent was on fire, dropping Get Rich or Die Trying and racking up a mind-blowing 12 million sales worldwide. Meanwhile, Vivica Fox was that girl in Hollywood, stacking hit after hit with movies like Independence Day, Set It Off, Soul Food, Tuka Play That Game, and Kill Bill. Talk about a duo that had it all. They were basking in the limelight, and Vivica was eating it up, falling for 50 more and more each day. He treated her like a queen, and honestly, there were relationship goals for a very, very short time. 50 seemed just as in love as Vivica was, and he was even planning to propose to her, allegedly.
But for my birthday, he filled my entire house with my favorite flowers, which were Casablancas and gardenias. He's very romantic, and he's like a big teddy bear. And see, I know that side of him, and he's very sweet and very kind and gives the best hugs.
Now let's talk about, he's 10 years younger than you are.
11.
11 years younger than you are. And you've said it energizes you.
Yeah, definitely makes me happy. Keeps a pep in my step for sure.
Was he in love with you?
Very much. I mean, I think that the reason why it's haunted me for such a long time is I found out later that he wanted to propose to me. So that's why.
Right, okay. So I'll set the stage. They're in Monte Carlo. 50's got the ring in his pocket.
No. He was going to have a theater because I was excluded in the international tour of Kill Bill.
But what was supposed to be a 12-carat engagement ring turned into a pair of earrings, and all because Vivica made 50 angry, and he changed his mind about the proposal.
Is it true that you turned the 12-carat ring into a pair of earrings?
Yeah.
But let's get into how their love story took a nosedive, because y'all, it crumbled fast. It was like a house of cards, and the slightest breeze sent the whole thing crashing down. Privacy? Yeah, that was non-existent even back then. These two were under a microscope 24/7 with their every move making headlines. And let's be real a second, for a millisecond, constantly seeing your business splashed across the tabloids is not a recipe for a happy relationship. Oh, but let's talk about that age gap, because turns out age wasn't just a number. Vivica was in her late 30s while 50 was barely 27. And let's just say his maturity level was pretty much non-existent as well. Then came the real problem. 50 could not keep their relationship out the streets. If there was a mic, a camera, or even just an open window nearby, he was spilling all the tea. And Vivica, she wasn't here for that. Who wants their private moments turned into a reality show? At 27 years old, you'd think he'd have a better grip on that, but clearly discretion was not in his vocabulary. So between the lack of privacy, going public too soon, and 50's loudmouth tendencies, this thing was doomed from the jump. It went into flames real fast, like a firecracker on 4th of July.
Oh man, my love life is great.
It's like the first time though when Vivica gives you the go ahead and says she's gonna get naked in your bed. Is it awesome?
Yeah, man, it's exciting.
Are you able to hold out a long time?
No.
Is she loud in bed? Like, does she make a lot of noise? Does she make a lot of noise?
Nah, she doesn't make a lot of noise.
She doesn't.
50 Cent started feeling like his tough guy.
Now, why are they asking that? See, listen, whatever happens in your relationship or business, I think this is a part where lots of celebrities get it all wrong. And listen, when you grow up or get to a certain age, there are some things like you really don't need to tell your business whatever happens in your bedroom or whatever. And the craziness about relationship goals, anybody who sees celebrities relationship and say it is relationship goals really need to go check themselves seriously, because no celebrity have got it all, and they just want to put up a persona to make you think that, oh, their relationship is going all well and whatever. Because if you eventually know what is going on in their relationship, you would never. But see, I just think that this ex of a human being, she just grew up. It just needs a little tiny bit of growing up to do. And we still see the childishness come in a play because I mean, what's all this? We get it. Maybe it's their love language, is the way they get off, or is the way they know how to interact or whatever. But remember, on the internet, there is a fine line between trolling or between being how they call it um condescending and rude and insulting kind of, because this 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 is childish. Really, it is childish because you would not want to troll your friend on social media or your spouse or your ex or whatever on the internet just because you feel like, or just because you think that is best or that is good. If you really care about somebody, you call the person, hit the person up and talk behind instead of internet and to flood up your page. I mean, I saw it on his Instagram and I'm like, this dude really needs some growing up to do. Like, really.
Was taking a hit, and instead of dealing with it like a grown man, he decided to call it quits with Vivica. But did he sit her down and have an honest conversation? No. Homegirl found out she was single through a radio show. Imagine waking up, turning on the radio, and realizing you've been dumped on air has to be the worst way to be broken up with.
He broke up. Oh my. Okay. Childishness.
50 Cent didn't just break up with Vivica, he straight up ghosted her. No call, no text, not even a we need to talk.
Ghosting?
Man, that's exciting.
Are you able to hold out a long time?
No.
Is she loud in bed? Like, does she make a lot of noise? Does she make a lot of noise?
Nah, she doesn't make a lot of noise.
She doesn't?
50 Cent started feeling like his tough guy image was taking a hit, and instead of dealing with it like a grown man, he decided to call it quits with Vivica. But did he sit her down and have an honest conversation? No. Homegirl found out she was single through a radio show. Imagine waking up, turning on the radio, and realizing you've been dumped on air has to be the worst way to be broken up with. But 50 Cent didn't just break up with Vivica, he straight up ghosted her. No call, no text, not even a we need to talk.
But it's all good, you know?
Okay, and I guess he went on his European tour.
Yes.
And at that point, I guess the relationship started to kind of devolve.
The relationship broke up after the World Music Awards. I came back and he was on the radio saying he dumped me.
You find out on the radio?
Yeah, my friend called me. I was in Baltimore filming The Salon, and my friend, the stylist, whose name is skipping me right now. Oh, my friend Daryl Brown called me and said, yo, your boy's on the radio blasting you. And first I went, who? And he was like, 50 Cent. I was like, Curtis? He was like, yeah, I was telling everybody you guys broke up. And I was like, we did? Huh. So he never personally said, it's a wrap.
On the radio, huh?
Yeah, but he went on, and you know, that was his way. That was his way. When I look back at it now,
he just up and disappeared like a magician in the end of a trick, leaving her completely shattered. And if that wasn't bad enough, he didn't just leave, he ran his mouth. Instead of keeping it classy and cute, he started spilling all their business for the world to hear. And get this, he had the nerve to claim she was using him for clout.
Did she dump you or you dumped her? Be honest.
Okay, I ain't calling no more.
Oh, really?
I have to stop calling.
Really?
Well, what happened?
She told you to stop calling?
Nah, I stopped calling. I feel like her people were taking advantage of the situation as far as her publicist was concerned.
They were using you for publicity.
Good for you. Nah, they couldn't have been using me for publicity because then, you know,
in a way, you're the hottest thing out there.
Yeah, but in then it would be, then we wouldn't have been together intimately.
At the end of the day gonna end, and they just couldn't handle all the publicity and the attention that their relationship was getting.
The main thing that what killed the relationship was that we just went way too public, way too fast.
It was like a huge learning lesson for me. You know, it was the first time that I went public with the relationship that I should have maybe taken the time to get to know him.
With 50 Cent?
Yes, Curtis.
But y'all know how I said Vivica was not the one to play with? Well, she wasn't about to let 50 Cent come run her name through the mud without a fight. She had zero time for his nonsense. It was not about to let him score cheap points by making her look like some clout chaser. So what did she do? She clapped back, and she clapped back hard. She wasn't about to sit quietly while he spread lies like he was on a press tour. No ma'am. She made it crystal clear that she was never using him for publicity, and she sure as hell wasn't about to let him tarnish her name just to boost his own. If 50 thought he could play with her, he had another thing coming.
Anyway, the relationship didn't work out, but the press lasted a lot longer than the relationship did. So, I mean...
Why do you think the press does that? Why do they, like, vilify the woman? Because when I read that stuff, I was like, it's so ridiculous.
No, it wasn't the press, it was him.
Oh.
No, it was him. He was like, she's exploiting me, she's trying to use me for, you know, to get publicity, and which was so not true. I was about to be in a film with, you know, Oscar-winning actors, and I've been acting for years. But, you know, I just considered that ghetto love. That's his way of dealing with the breakup.
But even though 50...
Now, see, this is the thing here. This is the reason why no sane person should look at any of the celebrities and just look at their relationship and say relationship goals or whatever, because lots of them don't know how to keep their business separate from their relationship, and one of them or one is always going to suffer. That is the more reason why any celebrity who eventually gets in the relationship or gets married or whatever and decides to keep it private, respect them, because it's not easy for a celebrity to keep their relationship and their business private.
Was the one who broke up with Vivica, he was still petty after the breakup. He even dissed her on some of his songs, like in his song Get In My Car, where he said, "My game F with the B brain until she thinks she wifey. Spend her life savings in the day cause she likes me. Commitment from me? Nah, not likely. Went out Vivica. I thought I was on to something, but then next week, nah man, it was nothing." He made it seem like he wasn't even committed to Vivica the whole time, making her look bad in front of the whole world. But Vivica was badly hurt by the song, and she described it as heartbreaking and humiliating.
And after that, his people got in touch with my people, and next thing I know, we were on the phone. And my birthday was coming up, and he's such a gentleman. He's very generous. I know him as Curtis, always will. And the 50 Cent, those are his performing thing and who he is as a man. So I met Curtis.
Like the professional troll that 50 is, he tried to come for her career as well, clowning her when she was on the show Empire. In an interview, he blamed the show's decline on what he called too much gay stuff. He said, "There are 3 million less viewers who tuned in to last night's Empire episode. Did you watch it? We could not take the extra gay stuff or celebrity stuff last night." He got dragged for filth over this, and he defended himself though, saying, "It must be a slow news week. They're gonna say 50 Cent Empire lost 3 million viewers because of too much gay-ish. He only said Cookie call me, but the kid is going to F up the show. Now everyone is waiting for power. I told him to lay low." Not him trying to rhyme, but Vivica was not about to let that slide, so she clapped back at him, exposing his secrets, hinting that he had a little something going on with Soulja Boy behind the scenes.
George, what were your thoughts when 50 Cent blamed the second season ratings dip on gay stuff?
First of all, the pot calling the kettle black is all I'm saying.
Ooh, pot calling the kettle black. Huh.
Whoa. That was some tea. That was shade. That was major shade.
Pot calling the kettle black. So, you're not insinuating that
he's
50
gay?
Cent is...
Oh my Lord, please. What? Girl, we gotta talk after this episode is
Wait,
over.
Vivica A. Fox, what are you insinuating?
Well,
he gave you...
No, he's not. We had a great time. But he's just seems like he's got something that's not quite clear. So
you mean sometimes if people protest too much about something,
yes,
the fire is happening right there in front of them?
Absolutely. I just never forget there was a Vibe cover with him and Soulja Boy that made me kind of go,
Then 50 Cent clapped back at her hard, saying, "Oh no, now she thinks I'm gay because I let her lick my ass. Wait, I didn't want her to, she forced me, and my hands were tied. 50 Shades of Grey." Well, Vivica continued the fight, posting a never-before-seen photo of 50 wearing makeup with the caption, "Tell you what, 50 Cent, since you keep on telling that lie, I challenge you to let's both go on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live, and we could put this to rest. That never happened, and you know it, queen." Now, we could go on and on about these two and their past history of coming for each other unprovoked, but I think y'all get the gist. Vivica can be quite messy, but when it comes to 50 Cent, he's the one that's always throwing jabs first, coming for her, and like he's doing with her now about her booty. Y'all know how 50 Cent's immaturity caused their breakup because he wanted to be known as a tough guy. Well, according to Vivica Fox, he's doing the same thing again right now. At first, he said her body looked good, and he even hinted that he might be down for something. But the moment people started talking about how he's clearly got the hots for her still, he suddenly did an about face, posting a weird video of her body to get her clowned on social media. Well, according to an insider, Vivica is done playing 50's games and is now warning him to keep her name out of his mouth or else. And like I said, she's one of those very few people who can go head to head with 50, and she still has some dirt on him that she's been sitting on, allegedly. So he might want to watch his mouth because he clearly doesn't want smoke with BBL Vivi. Y'all, these two lovebirds are as messy as they come. But I want to know what y'all feel about 50 attacking Vivica unprovoked and her threatening to release some dirt on him. Drop your thoughts and comments below, and then check out this next video. BBL Vivi, BBL Vivi.
Okay, I just think this is childish with the back and forth with this partners, ex-partners, ex-lovers, or whatever. Their relationship, their business, if that is how they operate or if that is how they think they get off relationship, it's good. But for me, I just think like anybody who really takes these people seriously or looks at any of these celebrities' relationship and say relationship goes and whatever, you really need to check yourself again, because you would not want to know what goes on in their relationship. And they need to also learn how to separate their business from their relationship. Maybe, just maybe, they're going to last longer. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below regarding this. I would love your thoughts and your contribution. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.